It's time to talk about images. The first question I have actually is, what exactly is an image worth? And I found this out from my father. He told me something that was passed down to him from his father and from what I understand from his father before him. He was a sculptor. My dad was a sculptor. And he said to me one day, he said, son, always called me son. He said, a picture is not really worth 1,000 words. I know you've heard that before. But actually a picture is worth 2 goats and 3 piglets. Didn't really expect me to be serious yet, did you? All right, 1, 2, 3. It's time to get serious. Let's actually get serious about images. Images tell stories without words. I love working with images because they really do tell 1,000 words or even more. You can do so much with images. Make sure that the images that you use in Dreamweaver on your websites totally relate to what you're trying to say. They're relevant to the message. I've seen, and you have seen, so many websites where they have images, and you really kind of wonder why they put that image there. They probably did it to fill some white space. Make sure the images are relevant to your message. Good news is that 70% of people are visual learners. As a matter of fact, how would you like to take this class that I'm doing without the visuals and just listen to my voice? Visuals are very important. Nice thing about color, it does not cost any more to do something in color on the web. It attracts your attention and actually generates moods. Grayscale is cool. I worked with grayscale for many years and I still do. It's kind of an attractive retro kind of thing. Let's talk about formats though. Formats that we use in Dreamweaver, number 1 would be the premier photograph type of format called JPEG photographs, and crunch them down to like 99% of what they were when they were full resolution PSDs or TIFFs. Great format to use. The next one is GIF. It's not pronounced GIF, it's pronounced GIF, like Jif peanut butter. Graphics interchange format. Clip art, text, symbols, buttons. Things with solid colors are really what GIF does well. Understand something that's kind of interesting. JPEG and GIF are beginning to be phased out in a sense. It won't be tomorrow, but they're being replaced by what I love, and it's called the PNG, the Ping Portable Network Graphic, and they will do anything that you want. The 2 flavors that we use on the internet are PNG 8 and PNG 24. The PNG 8 replaces the GIF. In the GIF format, although it's good, solid color kind of stuff, RLE compression, run length encoding, does some transparency. PNG 8 will do everything the GIF does, but it will make the files about 20% smaller, so that's not too bad. The PNG 24 is awesome. It allows me to do things like soft, drop shadow, transparency, and put it on a web page. I love the PNG, and for the first time, I can honestly say you can use these if you want to. Now, there is a downside to the PNG 24. The PNG 24 is set to replace the JPEG, but it's too big. The file sizes are way too big to really use on the internet, so we're probably going to be sticking to JPEG, at least for photographs for now. When bandwidth increases, everybody like a stampede is going to go to PNG. Let me talk one more thing. Size matters, and it's not in the resolution of an image. We always think of images being saved on the internet as 72 ppi. And that is pixels per inch. In my opinion, 72 ppi is what I would call a red herring, although I don't really know what a fish has to do with this. What we're talking about is it's in the pixels. PPI stands for something. Pixels per inch. When was the last time you measured anything on a monitor in inches? You measure in pixels. When you're on the internet, things always have been, always will be, measured in pixels. But of course, the proof is in the pudding. Let me show you something here. 2 images. Very same thing. Flamingos. On the left, 400 by 300 pixels, 351.6K. That's pretty hefty. 72 ppi. The one on the right, 400 by 300 pixels, 351.6K, 300 ppi. You go, whoa, wait a minute. 300 ppi, that's like for print. I agree. But it still has the same amount of information in it. Now, I'm not saying right out there and don't worry about pixels, all right? We usually do save images at 72. But in reality, it's not about the resolution. It's about the number of pixels in the image, all right? With that said, let's start talking about images in Dreamweaver.